tone.
Hello, Wizards fans. What is up, Wizards Nation? What's good? It's your boy, Caramingo. And yes, season 4 is here. My 4th year talking Wizards to you guys. And as a fan, this is my 21st season as a fan. Yes, 21 years as a diehard Wizards fan. Been through the good times and the bad times, but it's a whole new year, whole new season. Can't wait to get started. For this show, it's the season preview show. We're going to get to a lot of things. We're going to talk about the off season, training camp notes. We get into my bold prediction, the fan bold predictions, my top 8 in the East, top 8 in the West, and the 4 teams, East and West, who meet in the playing tournament, and the closing remarks at the end. But let's talk about the offseason first. In the offseason, first news was Scott Brooks, old coach, is gone. Like he's now, I think he's in Portland now as assistant coach. And then after that, we did bring in new head coach, Wes Unseld Jr. Now, as y'all know, Wes Unseld, the late Wes Unseld, who passed a year ago, the son is coaching. Yes. First, I did want to thank Unseld, but wasn't so. Welcome. Can't wait to see what he does, because it's the first time in my life as a Wizards fan we got a rookie head coach. A rookie head coach. Because in past years, we had some experienced coaches in the past, like Eddie Jordan, Flip Saunders, Whitman, Scott Brooks, etc., whatever. But we got a rookie. And it's the first time I rookie head coach since 2001, something like that. And I wasn't a fan. So I became a fan since Michael's on the team. But more in all season, we did trade away Mr. Triple Double himself, Russell Westbrook, to the Lakers to complete a 5-team trade, which was complicated, but we're gonna go through it. We did get in a trade. We got Kyle Kuzma, KCP, Kate Poe, and Montrezl Harrell in the trade. Now, to me, I think it was a good move because Westbrook's contract is big. You know, it's a big, fat contract. And getting it, we got 3 veterans who are going to help us. And 2 of them are champions, Kuzma and KCP. Now, people are talking about Kuzma. I don't want Kuzma, but I'm going to give him a chance. But he's here now. He's going to help us a lot. But I was excited when we got one of my favorite players to watch in Montrezl Harrell. Now, this guy, he's going to bring energy to the team. A lot of energy off the bench. And KCP, shooting. We needed off the bench 3-point shooting for a guard, because we had Garrison Matthews, he's always in and out and all that. But I like this move and all that. But the big free agent splash is also part of the team that's completed the 5-team trade, was getting guard Spencer Dinwiddie. Yes, a 6'6" guard who can play point guard, by the way, because he played point guard a little bit when we had Kyrie and D'Angelo Russell. Now, I like this move for reasons. We're going to bring a leadership, shooting, underrated passer, and this guy can get whatever we need someone who can get a bucket in the fourth quarter. We can't rely on Bradley Beal and last year Russell Westbrook. But Dinwiddie, I think he's going to carry us a lot this season, especially in the fourth quarter. Now, there's another move that's made. Can't remember what kind of moves he made, but I like our team. Yeah, but we did lose 4. We lost Robin Lopez. We lost Ish Smith, Garrison Matthews, Isak Bonga, and Alex Len. those guys are gone, but I kind of like our team we have in store right now. Now let's get into the training camp news. Now beginning camp, there was a media day, and the big question was Bradley Beal's vaccination status. He did say that he's not, but he's being skeptical. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna not gonna bother him. You know what I'm saying about his status, but get the shot as soon as possible because we don't want to get to another outbreak like we had last year. I think we had 6 guys who were out last year, and we didn't play a game for over a week. So I believe he's the only one on the team that has not been vaxxed, if I'm not mistaken. And but overall, just Brad, just take your time with it. Just think about it. Now the training camp, I think they're having some fun in the camp. It's probably the most fun training camp. I heard Brad said the most fun camp he had in a while. Like there's a lot of new guys. You know what I'm saying? They're being playful, energetic. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to game time, it's gonna get serious, real serious. So when we got our preseason game, I believe this coming Tuesday we play the Rockets. So can't see what they do there. But overall, camp has been probably one of the most fun camps that I've seen probably since the Gilbert days and Wall's rookie season days. But let's go through this team, this whole roster. Now this is our projected lineup. Before we get lineup, there's one thing that I mentioned. Rui Hachimura. Now he did miss the entire camp, and he had mental problems. You know what I mean? So hopefully, I thought for a second, I thought it was like a definite family member, but it was his mental health. So hopefully he can come back soon. Be back as soon as possible because we definitely need you this season. And going to camp, there's no serious injury, but the one injury they talk about is Thomas Bryant. He's going to miss, I think, till December. Yeah, December. So hopefully, if Gaffer and especially if Gaffer comes in and shines right away first month season, then hate to say it, but Thomas Bryant, he could be in trouble. He could be out the door soon. And then he has 1 year left on his three year deal. So if Gaffer comes in and shows up, hate to say it, but goodbye, Thomas Bryant. Let's get to the team right now. Here's the projected starting lineup. Dinwiddie at the point. You got Bill, the shooting guard. You got Kuzma, small forward. Hachimura at power forward. And Gaffer at center. Now, if Rui is going to be out, I believe we'll have a 3-guard line. It could be between either KCP or Denny. Going to be a small forward. And Kuzma will be power forward and Gaffer the center. So, we'll see what happens. And my projected bench, much I hate to say it, much I love how Neto when he came in, I'm like, came out of nowhere, just like play defense, he's scrappy, he can shoot. But in my 100%, I think, what's his name? Aaron Holiday. That other guy got in the trade. I think Aaron Holiday can be backup point guard. You got KCP backup shooting guard. Denny Avia at small forward, backup. Berton the backup power forward. And Montrez the backup center. Now, this bench could be much better than last year because Tommy Shepard said we're not a running back team. We're not going to run back, but this bench is probably one of the most deepest bench we've seen since mid 2010 when we had Wall and Beal when they're all stars. But this is much deeper. I think it's more flexible than in years past because we have guys on the bench who can play multiple positions and the stars as well. As for the other, I think the guys who are deep down the bench is Neto, the 2 rookies that got mentioned, Corey Kispert, and Isaiah Todd, and of course, Mr. Get Ready, Anthony Gill. Let's talk about Kispert and Isaiah Todd. Kispert, I remember before the draft, I said, get Corey Kispert, get Corey Kispert, get Corey Kispert, and what happened? We got him. And plus, he did play with the Rui Hachimura in college in Gonzaga, and we needed shooting. So in case if Beal or Poe or Avia is out some point of the season, Kisper hopefully he'll come in and contribute. He did had a okay summer league and all that, because there's sometimes like I said, shoot the ball. He want to be a teammate, be a decoy, and be a passer. But I said, play your game, just keep shooting, because his shot will fall. But in my opinion, it wouldn't surprise me 100% that if Kisper plays in our G team, the Cap City Go-Go, on loan as a time, which I did saw a little bit of him, but he's not going to get a lot of playing time this year. I think he's going to be on the Boston G League team as well. So, more to come. I like my team. We got a great chance to shock everybody, because people think we're not a playoff team because Russell Westbrook is gone. He can't replace a guy what he did to the table. But you never know. You just never know. So, we're going to take a little break. We're going to talk about my and the fan bowl predictions. Stay tuned.
Ingram puts it on the floor. Ingram to the hoop. Denied. Gafford is there.
Great block by Gafford.
Westbrook, the jumper. It's off. He went after it, but it's short with Ingram having it.
Got to get
Ball
back
to Williamson. Again, it's blocked by Gafford, and that ball was on the baseline. It's a
All right. We are back. And now, what my favorite part to do with this show, these season preview shows, it's time for my and the fans' bold predictions. Now, I got 3 personal bold predictions, and we'll do the fans from Facebook and Twitter. Let's go to my 3 bold predictions. Number 1, remember in the trade last year, when we got Gafford last year, made an immediate impact last year. To me, Daniel Gafford, in his first full year with the Wizards, will lead the NBA in blocks per game. Yes, because this dude is a blocking machine. Like, there's a couple games where he had like 5 blocks, 6 blocks, sometimes 7. I think he's capable of being one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. And 3 words to Chicago Bulls. Thank you, Chicago. Thank you very much. Thank you. Number 2, the Wizards will have the best bench in the NBA. Well, I know in terms of scoring, but I say production in terms of scoring, passing, rebounding, shooting, whatever. We got it. In Holiday, Harold, Bertans, KCP, Denny, sometimes Kisper or Gill, we got it. I think we got what it takes to have a good bench for the first time in my years with a fan. I thought the one when we had Pierce and Ariza, whatever, the mid-2000s, by the way, our bench was good, but this one takes the cake. And number 3, the Wizards will make a blockbuster trade that'll make the Wizards contenders. I think we're one good player away from being straight up contenders. I don't know who it is. Hope it's a big man, power forward, whatever position plays. I think we're gonna make a trade during season, or who knows? It could be before. He's a member. I think it was like 8 years ago when we traded Gortat like 3 days before the season began, and immediately they made it contenders. And what happened? Made the playoffs, won a playoff series, and you know the story. And now let's get to my favorite, the fan vote predictions. All right. Let's see. My man Mike Gale says 46 wins and the 4th seed in the East. 46. Now I think the media, ESPN, Bleacher Report, CBS had us win 35, 36, either not making playoffs or barely making in the playing tournament. So here's the one. Des Park says Kyle averaged around 19 points a game and 10 rebounds per game and finished top 5 most player, and added the Wizards would be a 7 seed. Now we're gonna find out what seed I put him in my standings. But Kuzma added 19 and 10 for a small forward, and top of that would be impressive. Could that be a huge bounce back year for Kyle Kuzma? And this guy named Jason Rahman, he posted a GIF. Remember the movie Hardball? He posted, he said, "We're going to the ship. We're going to the ship." Now, I don't know about the championship, but anything's possible. Well, remember the Suns did it last year. They had like a 11-year drought, knocking them in playoffs, and somehow, some way, they got the championship. So anything's possible. Like Kevin Garnett said, anything's possible. And also another one, Evan Milber says, Gafford wins MIP, Most Improved Player. It could happen. First full year as a Wizard. I think we got a lot of Wizards Most Improved in Hachimura, Gafford, and Kuzma. And another one, Greg Hunter says, this team wins a first round series. As a what? Is it 8 seed, 7, 6, 5, 4, whatever seed? But hopefully we could get a first round. We ain't got a first round since, 2017? 4 or 5 years and won a playoff series. So, yeah. Now let's get to Twitter. My man Brian Greenberg said, he said, "Wish I boy Bishop, nobody say 9-3 this year, not feeling it. Hope I'm way wrong." Well, I remember last year you said they're gonna go 72-0 last year in the 70th season, but 9-3, it's impossible, man. Muchly impossible. Now, there's more. My man at Wizstrick, his name is Matt. Kuzma averages 22 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 4. Ooh, that's gonna be the second best scoring team. Now, personally, I don't know what second best scoring team is. We know Brad is the main man, but we got a lot of guys who could be the number two option. Cause you can I think to me, in my opinion, it can be the first, second, and third as possible. Cause you don't know what his team is gonna do, how they're gonna score the basketball. Cause with Scott Brooks, we were a high power offense, but with Winslow, it's gonna be defense first. Another one, is as Secret Western Cell, the Secret Western Jr. said, Kyle Kuzma, All-Star. Now, that will be something, because he did have a promising rookie season, Kyle Kuzma did. But when LeBron came in, he did just held back a bit. But I remember a year when LeBron was hurt, the first year of LeBron, he did kick in the Kuzma that we saw in his rookie season. So hopefully Kyle Kuzma can have a new opening, you know what I'm saying, and flourish in DC, because he's supposed to be the man in LA until LeBron James showed up. But he's my man Doug from the Big Douglas show, love the podcast. 2 words, he said, playoffs, baby, playoffs. Playoffs? Talking about playoffs? You kidding me? So, man, there's a lot of Kyle Kuzma probation, man. There's so many, man. They're all in on Kyle Kuzma, man. All in. There's a lot of people that are gonna win 40-some games, 30-some games. I think one guy said we're gonna win 28. I'm like, whatever, bro. Whatever. Some said top 6 seed, but there's so many bowl predictions that it's hard to tell, because this season's gonna be a lot of fun. Whole lot of fun. Now, when we come back, another quick break, we're gonna talk about my standings, East and West. Stay tuned.
3-on-2. Beal will float and fly and miss, and Hachimura will put it down.
Hachimura with the technical foul too. I think he was jawing to the official, or was he jawing to someone in the front row? Here's the missed layup by Bill. How about this putback by Rui? Well, this young man had some explosiveness. Oh, maybe it was a taunting technical.
To Harris.
To Harris, right.
Okay, we're back again. And now, one of my favorite parts of the show, and look conference on Twitter, on Facebook, they do every year. It's time for my East and West standing. Now, we're going to begin with the West. Because the East, I had a hard time thinking about it, but we're going to West first. Now, we're doing a little differently this time. past year I do the top 8, but this year, since I forgot about the play-in tournament last year, we're gonna do the 4 teams who are gonna be in play-in tournament and the 6 teams who are guaranteed in the playoffs. Let's get started. Let's start with the play-in, who's gonna be in play-in tournament. Let's go to number 10. Number 10 seed is gonna be the New Orleans Pelicans. Now let me tell you why. You do got rookie head coach, and his name is Willie Green. And I know Zion, who had a breakout year last year, but he cut short, he had a knee injury, a knee surgery, but he should be ready to go. So I don't know how he's gonna do, but he should be ready to go by season starts. And I did like the move they did traded to get Jonas Valanciunas. I think he can be a good complement to Zion Williamson, much better than Steven Adams. And they added to replace Lonzo Ball. They got Devontae Graham from Charlotte, he was one of my free agent choices. But him in New Orleans will be perfect. He can play point guard that team too. I seen him in point guard before, so I think he's gonna comment well with Zion, Brandon Ingram, who's also an All-Star. So hopefully this is the year that Zion makes the playoffs. We shall soon see. Let's go to number 9. They were number 9 last year. It's the Grizzlies. Let me tell you why this one. It's Ja Morant. I love seeing Ja Morant play. I see him one time, I think at the time rookie year, and then he had like a first career triple-double. But going to last year, going late in the year and going to enter in the playoffs, he was spectacular. Like that's the guy that you need to watch it for. And they got in trade with New Orleans, they got Steven Adams, and you still got what's it called, Dylan Brooks, other guard. You got Jaren Jackson. So they're still a good young team, but they're not ready to contend just yet. But they're still a playing team. But who knows? They could crack that top 6 because they experienced the playoffs last year. They won't carry it this year, but we shall soon see. Number 8, the Dallas Mavericks. Let me tell you why. Can Luka finally get out of the first round? That's been the big story going this year. If they make the playoffs, but they're gonna be a low seed in my opinion because to me they're a soft team. I think they're one center away from being contenders. Kind of like when they Chandler when they won a championship 10 years ago. So they can get that one center. Porzingis is not it, who completely disappeared in the playoff last year. I think he had one good game. After that, disappeared. But Luka, with that team, I still believe he's an MVP candidate in my opinion because he's 22 years old, I believe. So he's gonna win an MVP at some point. Doesn't matter if it's the 8 seed, 7, 6, 5, whatever. So I got Mavs at 8. At number 7, the Portland Trailblazers. Now there are rumors about Dame being traded away, like he's leaving Portland, but he's still committed to the team. He wants to bring a championship to Portland. They're basically, to me, they're the same team from last year. They didn't make any some crazy moves and all that. They're basically the same team as last year. Lucky enough to be a 6 seed because then they barely got a 6 seed and almost got the first round. To be honest, they only beat Denver because Portland don't play defense. And to me, they're not a good team anyway. So I'm gonna say about Portland. They're the same team, and I did lose coming at the That's gonna hurt in the long run. Now that's time for the 6 teams in the West who are guaranteed in the playoffs. Number 6, the LA Clippers. Now, the Clippers, yes. I know Kawhi is gonna be out. I don't know until February, March, because he had tore ACL in Game 4 in the Utah series. But PG, I think he's gonna do well carrying the team by himself. You still got Ibaka. You still got Nick Batum. You got Ray Jackson, who did sign his contract. So, and I think Boogie is gone, and thank God Petrography is gone because y'all don't need him anymore. You got Terrence Mann and them boys. So, Clippers, I want to be a high seed, but without Kawhi Leonard, y'all gonna be a 6 seed at best. And who knows, if Kawhi come back, who knows, y'all could shock it and sneak into the conference finals again. So, It could happen. Number 5, the Golden State Warriors. Yes, the Warriors. You cannot count out Steph. I think with Clay being out till Christmas, I still believe Steph can carry the team by himself like he did last year, where he had a monster April last year that passed my man Bill with the scoring title. So he did add even added my old man Otto Porter to the team. You still got James Wiseman, who in his second year, and Andrew Wiggins. I don't know what's going on him because he doesn't want to get vaxxed, because he's gonna miss a lot of games this year. He's gonna miss the four more home games and plus the 2 in Brooklyn. So he's gonna miss 43 games this season. You're gonna lose a lot of money. So if I'm the Warriors, trade him, because even traded, you got the 2 rookies who I like in the draft. You got Kuminga and Moody, who got drafted twice in the first round. So without Wiggins, they're still all right. And when Clay come back, it's gonna be scary. Number four, the Phoenix Suns. Now the Suns, they shocked a lot of people last year, going to the final last year, and 2 wins away from winning it. But to me, they're the same team. You still got Booker, Aiden, Crowder, Mikal Bridges. You added JaVale McGee to back up Aiden because y'all did lack a backup center, and you got McGee, who's a 3-time champion and Olympic gold medalist. Congrats on again winning gold. Team USA all day. So I think with that playoff experience out of the way and get to the finals, I need to have what it takes to possibly get back to the finals. Because you still got Chris Paul and on the team, who signed a 4-year contract with them, probably gonna be his last 4 years in the league. So basically, hopefully I see this guy before he retires, because he's still my favorite to watch when he first came to the NBA. Now moving on to number three, the Denver Nuggets. Now I am concerned, how is Murray gonna come back from that gruesome injury he had last year, because they were on a roll last year before he got hurt. But when he got hurt, they kind of got better. But we can probably started, they needed Jamal Murray for the playoffs, because when he was in the bubble last year, he was amazing. He was all-star in the making. And you can tell during that Denver series, they needed him. They're lucky to get past the first round, because Portland didn't play defense. But in the second round, too much CP3. That's why they needed Jamal Murray. They did extend Michael Porter Jr. to a $270 million contract. I'm like, whoa. And they added Jeff Green on the team, which I like to replace Paul Millsap, who's now in Brooklyn. And got full season Aaron Gordon. That is going to help big time. Because we came in the trade, and they were up and down a bit. But late in the year, they started to get their groove on. But Denver, I got you at 3. Number two, a surprise. Number 2, the LA Lakers. Oh yes. Now people are saying like why put number 2? Here's why. Number 1, this is not 2013. They're not. They were 8 years ago. It's not LeBron in Miami or AD in New Orleans, Russell in Oklahoma City, D. Howard Orlando, whatever. This is not what you think, because they do this every year. They didn't go regardless guy from stack on championship, and what happened? They failed. Remember 2004 and Payton Malone? What happened? They got shocked by Detroit. But what I do like is my team is I kind of the bench. They got shooters. You got Reza. You got Wayne Ellington. I can't remember who else they had. One more another shooter, and they got Rondo back. You got Johnny Jordan. You got Superman in the building. D. Howard. So basically, it all depends on what AD does. If AD can stay healthy the whole year, they're straight. If not, then we got a problem. Because LeBron and Russell, can't do it by themselves. So Lakers, I got you. Here's why I got this team at number 1. Number 1 on the list, the Utah Jazz. Yes, this team has it, man. They got it all now. They got what it takes now to come out the West and get that championship. same five. You still got Conley, Mitchell, Ingles, Bogdanovich. You got Rudy Gobert, and he added, which me one was under moves in all season, Eric Pascal, who they play with Mitchell when they're like AAU to get together, something like that. Not college, AAU. That was a huge pickup. And you got Hassan Whiteside and Rudy Gay. This team has flexibility and depth. And the one thing they're missing is backup point guard. If you can get a backup point guard, Colin Clarkson is not like a backup point guard. He's a combo guy who can play point and shooting. Because to me, he's a shooting guard to me. But then get that backup point guard in the trade, I think the Utah Jazz could win the championship. Because I know people are hating, but like Utah, like they're boring. No, they're not boring. This team can do it, in my opinion. So, those are my 10 teams in the West who are going to be in the play-in tournament and the playoffs. So, who do you think are going to be in the play-in tournament playoffs? Just let me know. When we come back, we're going to do the East. Stay tuned.
Frank Jackson.
Hachimura with the big slam. Konnichiwa.
Hey, somebody get in contact with his emergency. I'm excited. I'm ready to see all these replays right now.
Tonight's Powerful Connection is brought to you by Xfinity XFi Internet that's more than just fast. Hachimura.
We are back once again. And now it's time for the East. Now, this is probably one of the hardest decisions East Conference I ever done. Because East Conference got way tougher this year. Probably one of the most fun East Conference I'm gonna witness. So let's get started. Let's go to number 10. Number 10 in the East, we're going with the Hornets. Now let me tell you why. Now I know LaMelo Ball is gonna be a star in the making, but one thing I do say is they are gonna be a fast team, fast and athletic. You added Kelly Oubre, you still got Gordon Hayward. But the one thing they do lack is a big man. They need a big man. Their big man is Mason Plumlee, who's like 6'9", 6'10", whatever. I don't think that's gonna be enough. But don't get me wrong, Hornets last year they had a good year last year. I think by April, I think they were the 4th seed last year, and they plummeted down to number 10, and then immediately got kicked out right away in the playing game. But I think because of Gordon Hayward's injury, but Gordon is healthy. They're going to succeed. Good. Who knows? They could shock a lot of people this year. If Melo Ball becomes the star that people are waiting to see, then Hornets could be a problem. Let's go to number 9. Number 9. Now, the Chicago Bulls. Now, people say like, wait, what? Chicago number 9? They're like a top. I'm like, no. To me, I'm not so in Chicago just yet. Kind of like last year I did Atlanta, but Atlanta they put everybody wrong, including myself. But Bulls, where's the defense at? I know Lonzo Ball is the best defender, but who's your best other defender? And Patrick Williams, but you got no defense center. I know Vucevic is softy. You did add DeMar DeRozan. You added Lonzo Ball and free agent. You still got Zach LaVine. But to me, I don't think they don't got the depth to be contender. I think they're gonna rely on their starting 5, probably more than any team in the league, in my opinion. So that's why I'm not from Chicago. I think they're like 9 or better to me. Now number 8, I know somebody's gonna hate me saying it, but I got my Wizards at number 8. Now we talked Wizards already, but who knows? They could put me wrong. You never know, because we got the depth and everything. But one thing I can say is, we do got the rookie head coach. That's my one concern, because we don't know what he's capable of. I know he's a defensive guy, but what his play is going to be like. So, I got you 8. And we were 8 last year. I got you as a 6-5 seed last year, but just prove me wrong, Wizards. Just prove me wrong, please. Let's go to number 7. The Boston Celtics. Now, they did make some changes. They added Dennis Schroeder. You got Al Horford part of the Kemba Walker to Oklahoma City. Somebody got rerouted to New York. But one thing I got that low is is y'all let go Brad Stevens, who was y'all mastermind coach. Because I think I'll say, don't question Brad Stevens. Not can't question him as a GM. But you got a new head coach and Emi Udoka. You still got Jalen Green. You still got Jason Tatum. You got Rob Williams. I think and you still got Marcus Smart. So y'all literally saying almost saying that last year, but a little bit different. And they got let go of Tristan Thompson. I think he in Sacramento now. So I got y'all at 7 as for now. To me, I think y'all 7-6 at best. This thing is number 6. The surprising last year. Surprise team, the New York Knicks. Now, people like, no, they weren't they at 4 last year? They be much better this year. Like, well, they did get a little better. They added Kemba Walker on the team. Yeah, they lose Reggie Bullock, who's one of y'all best shooters on the team last year. Still got Derrick Rose. Still got Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett, Mitchell Robinson. Like, and you add another shooter. They added Evan Fournier last year. So and y'all bench is like, all right, cause you got Derrick on your bench, but who else you rely on your bench? And to me, also, I cannot question Tom Thibodeau because they already rely on your 5, and plus Derrick Rose. That's it. So basically, I got y'all 6 for now because I think last year in the playoffs when you got exposed in the playoffs year to Atlanta, just proved something to me, in my opinion, that y'all are gonna be like a 5-6 seed at best. Number five, the Sixers. Now, we all know that Ben Simmons doesn't want part of the team anymore. Probably he might stay out the entire season. I did like that team at first when Ben was still on the team. He added Andre Drummond to replace D. Howard. Still the same 5 with Danny Green, Seth Curry, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid, who to me should possibly win MVP this year. This could be the year. But the Philly fans, that I know, Embiid cannot get hurt in any circumstances. Because if he's hurt at some point in the season, without Ben Simmons, y'all in trouble. Y'all in deep, deep trouble. If Embiid is out at any time. If it's seriously or a minor, whatever, he cannot go down at any time. So I got y'all at 5. So we'll see. I can't question Doc Rivers, though. He's a great coach. Because last year, they survived the year. Because I think when Embiid got hurt against us last year, he thought he was done. But they stayed strong until he came back. And they came to 1 seed. So, number 4, the Atlanta Hawks. The team that shocked everybody at the 5 seed and made it to the conference finals. And there are 2 wins ready going to the finals last year. Same team. It kept the continuity together. Still got Trae Young, DeAndre Hunter, Bogdanovich. You got Collins to a long-term contract. Capella is staying in Atlanta. So basically, they're the same thing last year. They want to run it back and hopefully get the championship this year. But East is tough though. Got a lot tougher. So we'll see. Number 3, the Miami Heat. Now this team, they did disappoint last year. I thought they were so good last year, but they kind of disappointed guys who were in and out of line last year. But this team is their dog, man. He added Kyle Lowry in free agency. It's gonna help out. You still got Duncan Robinson, Jimmy, Bam Adebayo, and added champion Peter Tucker to the mix. That starting 5 has dogs, defensive dogs. So and they're well coached by Eric Spoelstra. So the Heat, who knows, that defense they could go, you know what I'm saying, could get them back to the championship this coming year or conference finals at best. To me, to me they're second round team this year. I don't know about conference championship, but anything is possible in these conference. Number 2, the defending champion Milwaukee Bucks. Now I think they got not a lot worse, but a little bit worse, losing Peter Tucker. But they're the same. To me, they're also the same team last year. You still got Giannis, Middleton, Drew Holiday, Brook Lopez. You got Pat Connaughton coming back, and he got hurt. Not Pat Connaughton. That was Pat Connaughton. That was DiVincenzo. That's the guy who got hurt in the first round of the play last year. You got him back. So, question is, can the Bucks repeat? If they repeat, I'll be more impressed. Probably one of the most impressive back-to-back championships, probably since the Rockets back in the mid-90s. So they can win again. That would be nice. Now, no question about this. This is number one. The Brooklyn Nets. As long as you got Kevin Durant, they're gonna be a top team. But to me, about Kyrie Irving, they don't need him. I think the best team to do, since he doesn't want to get the shot or get vaccinated, trade him. Because your point guard is literally James Harden. That's your point guard of the team. Kyrie, he's just a street baller to me. He just sell tickets, know what I'm saying? You did add Pat Mills team. You brought back Blake Griffin. You brought back Aldridge, came out of retirement. And who is it? Paul Millsap. They added him from Denver. Probably it's gonna be the last time we see him this year. This was what 16th season coming up, I believe. And one thing that I know, they do lack center. They got that classic kid, but Steve Nash don't use him a lot. So like, why are you using regular season when playoffs? You don't use Blake and hopefully use Aldridge. Hopefully he stays healthy. It was shocking to me when we retired last year. Now he's back. But Brooklyn with Kyrie Irving, they're number one and possibly the best team in basketball. So one more break, y'all, and we'll wrap it up. We're gonna talk about my closing remark and what to expect to see on this show. Stay tuned.
On Friday, they have 10 games left. After tonight, 6 of those will be at home, and then another game against the Clippers at Staples. Oh my goodness, Rui Hachimura against Anthony Davis, who got the worst of that in more ways than one.
Wow, my goodness gracious. Rui in transition, AD coming at him. My goodness, he had nothing for him. Rui. Wow.
The NBA on ESPN.
And we are back for the last time. Now, if y'all are new to the show or seen it many times, here's how the show works. Now, after every game, either win or loss, I break down the game from beginning to the end. And after that, after each break, we do one segment at the end of the show. Like I do, like around the NBA, it's called Headlines. Talk about what went down around the league. I do a poll on Twitter where I do do a question for you, and then we do a question, and we review that poll like in a later show. We do what else do we do? Oh, we do if you have a Wizards related podcast, like I will take that clip and put it and have my own thoughts to it, because I love listening to Wizards podcast, whereas Wizards, the Washington football team, the Cavs, the Nets, and these teams, whatever. But on this show, we do the Wizards, and who knows, there's like many more new segments to come that I haven't even thought of yet. But the season's gonna be a lot of fun. Season 4 is coming, but I don't do a preseason. I just sit back and watch. That's what I do. Just sit back and watch preseason. Because preseason is kind of boring to me. But we will talk, next time we hear, we'll talk the real season when the Wizards take on the Toronto Raptors in Toronto. Should be fun, because this is the first time being back in Toronto in like 2 years, because last year, Toronto, they were in the season in Tampa. So basically, they're in Florida over the last 2 years, including in the bubble in 2020. But can't wait to get started. 21st season as a fan, and 4th season on this show. So that's all I have for you guys. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all know the deal. Follow me on Twitter at Camingo. Same thing on Instagram. For the Wiz channel, my Wiz page, Twitter is at Wiz_Nation. Instagram, Nation_Wiz. Thank y'all. See ya.